Hello everyone, this is Sammy from Blue Ring Pieces. We are going to be making a earring today. This is our earring. I'm going to use a couple of these beads. This one is like almost like a teardrop bead, but it's flat. These are like little saucer red beads. This square bead has a little bit of white and a little bit of red, so it pairs well with it. So let's get started. We're going to need a few tools, just some cutters, some pliers, some loopers, round nose pliers, and I just have another pair of bent nose pliers. The beads, little red pretty beads we have here. We're going to use a couple of these bead spacers to put on top like a bead cap. And a wire. Let's get started. How's everybody doing today? I hope everyone is well. So, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is just to wrap our little teardrop. We're going to use, I'm sorry. We also need some 18 gauge copper wire. I'm going to get us a piece of wire. And we're going to cut. And we're just going to wrap our little drop. I'm just going to bring it in towards each other like so. And really all you're going to do is wrap one around the other and cut it. So I'm just going to bend this one back a little bit. So I can get a grip on it. Like that. And I'm just going to wrap the other one around it. Just wrap it. I'm probably going to do like maybe 3 wraps around. I think that's what I did on the other one. And then cut it off. You don't have to use a wrap on it. You can just put a loop on it if you want. There we go. And we're just going to cut the end off. Close it in so it's not getting caught on anything. Like so. Like that. And we're just really going to put a wrap on the top. Just going to put a little wrap on the top. There's our loop. A loop. A loop to loop. And wrap down a couple times. And we should be good. Put it off. Tuck it under. And I'm actually going to fix it a little bit because it's sitting on top. You kind of don't want it to do that. Not always going to be perfect, but there's our little wrapped drop. So the next one we're just going to do, go into the next bead. Little salsa bead. And this one we're going to use our looper for the bottom. We're going to make this real easy. I'm going to cut us a piece of wire, and I actually another piece of wire. Cut us a piece of wire. And we're going to use our looper. Just going to put it in. And it didn't do what I wanted it to do. I could correct it, but I'm just going to cut off the end and do it again. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why, but it does. And that one made us a loop all the way around. I'm just going to make it close, and I'm just going to kink it back just a little bit. And there's our loop. And we're just going to put on our bead. Put on our little spacer. And then we're just going to put a little wrap down on it. That is all we're going to do. We're going to get our round nose pliers and make us a loop. There's our little loop. And if you feel like it's a little crooked like mine was, just bend it back just a little bit. It's wire, it's flexible. We're gonna cut. And we're just going to do the next bead the exact same way and just closing in some of this we're going to cut it so it was not catching on anything. That was our little droplet. There's our little drop. And we have one more to do. And I'm going to use a piece of wire I already have. And we're just going to use our looper. See, it's slipping out for some reason. It sounds no why, but when you're on camera, that's what happens. Maybe I don't have it all the way back further enough. I think that's what it is. I didn't have it all the way in the looper. So I can't blame the looper, I have to blame myself. And we're going to add on our bead. Our little spacer. And we're going to wrap the same way. Get around those wires and make us a loop. There we go. I'm just going to wrap down again a few times. This one may take probably like 2 wraps down. And cut. And cut. And tuck. Small ones. You hear any noise? That's my fan. It's a little hot with the lights. And that's our other bead. Our last bead is this beautiful blue bead. It is so pretty. With all the red and white in it. We're going to get us another piece of wire. And that one we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use a loop on the bottom. And then just wrap just a little bit down. Just a little bit down to the top of that bead. And we will be all done. See, I wasn't putting it all the way to the back. That's why it was halfway turning it. Can get back just a little bit, like so. I'm going to put our beautiful bead on here. Sometimes you got to twist it a little bit. Get around those pliers. And give us a loop. There's our loop. Now when you get on camera, wire don't want to act right all the time, so you got to kind of bend it back a little bit, and that's all right. You're all learning. And you see how my loop is a little bit distorted, but that's okay. You just come back in and you can form it. And you're going to wrap down just a couple times on top of that bead. My wire is really distorted, so let me see. Let me cut a piece off and fix that. Tuck this a little bit, and if I don't like it, I'm going to take it off because it's really out of shape. But it's alright. It's wire, it's crafting, and it's not always going to go as you think it's going to go. So you just get in there and try to fix it. Push it in like that. And just shape it back. There we go. And that's a problem. And now all we have to do is to connect them together. That's all we're going to do. So we're going to take our bottom, and we're going to open one side, and close it. And take our next one. And that was easy. That was not hard at all. Didn't take too much time. We're going to open. And close it back in there. Our last little bead. We're going to open and hook it on. And there we go. And there is our earring. That is nice and pretty. Nice little dangly. I like the dangles. And then we're just going to put on our ear wire. And that will be it. I could have shaped it a little bit better, but yeah. Go back in there. That's a little better. That's a little better. I'm just going to sit down in that little groove. I'm going to close it up. And that is our earrings. That was simple and easy. And if you find that this isn't turning, facing all the same way, you just go back in and you turn your bead just a little bit. And it should face the correct way that you want it to dangle. See? I just turn it just a little bit. If I turn a little bit more, it'll be just right. And twist it just a little bit. See? There we go. And it's falling the right way. So, These are our nice pretty pair of danglies that we did today. Oh, I'm all out of camera. That we did today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please follow and like. Another easy, quick pair of earrings. Thank you so much for watching.